Hi everyone, it's Marisa from bumblebeeapothecary.com, and today I'd like to show you how to make a GAPS approved bread recipe. This is something that a lot of you have been requesting, so I'm going to bring you a very easy recipe that is approved for the GAPS diet. The recipe that I'm going to be showing you how to make today is from this Heal Your Gut cookbook. I like this particular one because it is made using coconut butter, so you get all the fat. It's like a whole coconut product. Commercial coconut flour is not allowed on the GAPS diet because it's very fibrous and is irritating to a gut that is trying to heal. So that is why you don't want to use commercial coconut flour. Instead, this coconut butter option is great because it is, like I said, the whole coconut product with all the fat and everything, much more soothing. Let's also talk for a second about bread products on the GAPS diet too, because this is really important. One of the best ways to get overwhelmed and burned out on trying to keep up with the GAPS diet is to try to make GAPS versions of, say, the standard American diet or whatever previous way that you used to eat. That will get you overwhelmed and burned out very quickly. Instead, it's better to keep things like breads and muffins and baked goods and things that you can have properly prepared on other ways of eating to treats once in a while on the GAPS diet, because let's face it, they are a lot of work to make. And they're not even really the way that you're supposed to be eating when it comes to following the heart of the GAPS diet, where it's meat stock and lots of healthy animal fats and all those nourishing building things that are actually doing the work of the GAPS diet. Try to keep these things to a minimum, more like a special occasion, fun thing once in a while. That way you'll be feeling good, you won't be spending all your time in the kitchen, you won't be overwhelmed, and you'll just enjoy the whole process a lot better, which means you'll stick with it longer and you'll see those benefits sooner. So let's jump in, and I'm going to show you how to make this GAPS diet bread recipe so that you will know how to do it when you have a time that you want to make it. So to get ready for this recipe, I first preheated my oven to 300 degrees Fahrenheit, and then I melted my coconut oil and my coconut butter so that they were nice and soft. I just put the containers into a pan of water and turned it on to low heat and let that melt. Next, what I'm going to do is butter or grease. You can use whatever fat, high temperature friendly fat that you want to. Butter, lard, coconut oil, tallow, something like that. I'm just going to use some butter to grease the inside of my bread pan. This is just a regular 4x9 loaf pan, so I'm gonna generously grease that. That will ensure that it comes out easily when it's done. Next, I'm going to start mixing my ingredients together. So you just throw all the ingredients together into a bowl and then mix it really well. So I'm going to add 5 eggs. It's best if these are at room temperature so that they don't cause the coconut butter and coconut oil to harden. Next, I'm going to add 1/4 cup of coconut oil. You can also do another fat like lard or ghee or something like that. And then 1 cup of the coconut butter or coconut manna. Sometimes it's under different names. The coconut butter is this one, coconut manna it's called, or it also says coconut butter. I'll link as many of these ingredients as I can down below so that you can find them. Then I'm going to add 3/4 teaspoon of baking soda and then 1/2 teaspoon of salt. I'm using my favorite Baja Gold sea salt. Then I'm just going to mix everything together really well. You want it to be a nice, smooth cake batter type of consistency. Next, we're just going to pour all of the batter into our prepared pan. And then we're going to put this into the 300-degree Fahrenheit oven for 40 to 50 minutes. I like to use the pillow test for checking baked goods to see if they're done, where you just press in the middle lightly and see if it springs back or not. And if it stays a little bit down when you press it, you know it needs to bake a little longer. If it springs back, then you know it's done. So I'm gonna go put this into the oven to bake. So here is the coconut bread out of the oven. So you can see that it rises up very nicely. It turns into a very nice loaf. So the directions say to let it cool for 10 minutes and then store it in the refrigerator, because this is something that will mold very easily if you try to keep it out at room temperature. If it's not something that you think you're going to be able to eat within the first few days, then I recommend freezing it too, because like I said, it is highly perishable at room temperature and even in the refrigerator for more than a few days. I really hope that you guys enjoyed seeing how to make GAPS bread. Check out that description box to links for my favorite places to buy ingredients, as well as free ebooks and other goodies. There's a GAPS Diet Getting Started guide down there that's completely free. And there's links to a bunch of other resources. I have a GAPS class, a free one. I have a 30-day meal plan. I have a program that takes you through the entire GAPS diet with personalized support. So check out that description box for all those things. If you did like this video, give it a thumbs up, share it with anybody else who you think would like it. And if you're new to my channel, please hit that subscribe button. I get out 2 new videos every week on nourishing recipes and natural living. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.
Bye-bye.